Hey, welcome back to Good Guardian Canine Working Dog. My name is Alton. This is part two of the socialization and evaluation of a puppy, which it's not an essential video, but I thought I would share it with those of you who may be interested in starting a puppy out and trying to figure out what it's made of in terms of what types of drive the dog has, how strong the nerve of the dog is, and potentially, could it be a good working dog or could it not? So for those people, I thought I would just share this video. Now bear in mind that it varies from person to person in terms of training styles. I do not advertise myself as a dog trainer or an expert or a professional on dogs in any way. I try to approach it as if I know nothing so I can learn something. And if they're selling a dog, I purchased a dog based on what I'm looking for. And I work with the dog, and if the dog is not what I'm looking for, upon more intense evaluation of the dog, I usually place the dog in a home that the dog is more suited for with a family. And so if you are one of those persons who are looking to gain some experience and knowledge about training a dog, evaluating a puppy, or making some decisions about the type of puppy you want before purchasing one, especially if you're new at this video may be helpful to you. As I said, this video is not essential. You can find more videos that are a lot more comprehensive than this, but since I did purchase this dog, I thought I would share a bit of my interactions with the dog, and you can make your own judgment calls on that. In addition to that, I must say that this is an Excel bully dog, and the new generation of bully dogs are not necessarily dogs that I care for at all, and that's my own preference, but I like the way this one was bred, and so I bought it. But typically I like traditional working dogs. If the dog doesn't have about 100 years of true breeding in terms of bloodline and experiences and specializing in the purpose that the dogs are bred for, I usually don't care for the dog. But I like this dog, and I like the way it was bred based on the blood, and so I purchased a dog. So it's important to observe the dog very closely while you're working with the dog to see what's in the dog or what type of a character the dog has in terms of, as I said, prey drive. Some people call that ball drive. I don't like calling it ball drive because the dog's interest in chasing a ball comes from its natural prey drive. It's because it is prey driven why it chases something. And so a dog is very mildly, but still, because it's domesticated, it's mildly predatory, but it's still a predatory animal. And so I look for the prey drive in the dog. So it's the same thing that they call ball drive, but it's prey drive. I look for things like that. Does it have that on its own without me encouraging it to demonstrate something for me? I also like to look if the dog chases after something and it slams into a tree or something, some other object close by that gives it a bit of discomfort. How does it recover? Does it discontinue its desire for whatever the prey that it was after? If it jumps up after something that I have in my hand, at this point I'm not using a spring pole, I'm just using, or a flirt pole, I'm using just a piece of stick, something natural and normal, just to see if the dog has a desire for something that is not created to bring the interest in prey out of it. I just want to see what is there naturally. So if it jumps up after the stick in my hand and it misses and it lands crooked or falls, does it discontinue its desire for that thing in my hand? That tells me how driven the dog is, things like that. how much attention the dog pays to distractions, and yes, how much attention it gives to distractions around people passing by, a squirrel, the blowing and the sounds of wind rustling through trees, flutterings of grass and plants against the breeze. How does it react to that? Is it distracted very easily and turned off from still trying to achieve possession over its prey? I look for things like that, because those things will be main factors in its ability to work and stay focused on whatever it's working on or it's trying to pursue later on. So I'm looking for those things in this process of socialization and evaluation. Why socialization? Because socialization is the early development of an animal, where you take it through various circumstances, a variety of things, different places, so that it can be comfortable with its surroundings and be confident. And so the socialization is necessary, so that when the dog is engaged, whether that's a man or an animal or catching a hog or whatever type of challenges you choose to put before the dog, or whoever chooses to challenge the dog is focused on having dominance over whatever that object is, whether man or beast. And so these are the things I'm looking for in the dog presently. Before this video, on the part 1, I did some taking the dog through various rigors of not extreme, but things that challenge the dog and raise the level of distractions and discomfort in the dogs to see how it would behave. And so now I'm trying to look at the prey drive in the dog. Now keep in mind that I've seen some things before this, the raw material from the breeder's yard, before purchasing the dog. So I chose the dog based on what I've seen before purchasing the dog, and now it's time for me to really put the dog to the test to see what's in it, so I can determine what direction I want to train the dog in. Though I already have in my mind exactly what I want to do with the dog, but based on what the dog comes with, I can determine more so what direction to take the dog in. Also keep in mind, I'm working with this dog a little bit late. I usually like to start with a dog at about 8 weeks. That's when I appreciate and prefer to take a dog from a litter. At 8 weeks, I feel like I can accomplish a lot more with a puppy at 8 weeks than later on. Nonetheless, the dog will still be able to do what I want it to do as I take it through the various transitions to get it to where I want the dog to be, depending on what my intentions are with that particular dog. Let me just say this. Historically, traditionally, if a dog is bred with bully or bull attached to its name, historically and traditionally, and it cannot catch a hog or stop a man, traditionally, historically, a dog is useless if it has the word bull or bully attached to its name. Why? Because traditionally, historically, those dogs were given that name because of its work, because of its purpose, because of its functionality. And so if you attach the same name, whether it's Bull Mastiff, American Bulldog, any bull breed, Bull and Bison, the traditional bulldogs, Nowadays, you have these things they're calling pocket bullies, American bully, XL American bully, XL bully, blue bullies, name it, the list goes on. But based on tradition, based on historical principles of breeding a bull breed dog, if the dog cannot catch a hog or stop a man that's endangering the family attached to that dog or that dog is classified as useless by real dog men. I'm not talking about the modern dog boys of today. I'm speaking of dog men. A dog man only breeds and only wants a traditionally functional dog. And if it's not that, it doesn't classify or qualify to be a part of a bull breed. Traditionally. I guess I should also state that, I guess in a modern sense, we use this term bully a lot to describe the appearance of a dog, but bully doesn't really mean that. Traditionally, historically, bully describes, or a bull describes functionality or the purpose for which a dog was bred. It never described the appearance of the dog or conformation or the look. It describes what the dog does, the dog's job. So a bulldog is a dog that is a cow catcher. It's a bull catcher, whether that's bull baiting or just catching a bull, seizing it for the butcher to slaughter it. Historically, that's what a bulldog does. It's a farmer's dog. And so bully never described the appearance of the animal, but for modern understanding and things like that, I guess it's a bully, meaning is thicker, more substantial in muscle and skin and jowliness and dewlaps. It's really nonsense, but for the sake of the modern understanding of bully, I guess we can use the term bully. But bull or bully describes the functionality of the animal, the purpose for which the animal was bred. It never described, or should it really describe, the conformation or the appearance of the dog. It should describe functionality. Anyway, this is not about bully dogs as a breed. It's about the progress report of a bully puppy. So I think I'll stop here for today. I'll continue in the next video. If you're enjoying these videos, as I said, they're not essential, but if you're enjoying them, I'll continue doing progress reports of this puppy. So drop me a line. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're enjoying these videos, and I'll continue doing them. I like to always include a bit of history in the videos that I do, and sometimes on subjects that has nothing to do with dogs, because I think the world consists of more than just dogs. As I said, Good Guardian Canine Working Dog, more than just dogs. And life consists of more than just dogs, and so I like to include other things just for our learning so that we have a well-rounded understanding, in a sense, as I share these videos. Before I go, I'll share a quick video clip with you. For those of you who may be thinking that living in Canada is like living in a freezer or living at the North Pole. On the contrary, Canada is a beautiful place to live. It's got tons and tons of nice outdoor sceneries for the outdoorsmen. It's got places in Canada that very much mirror living in the tropics. So Canada is a beautiful place to live. So I thought I'd share this quick video clip with you before I go. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families. Help those who you can, as much as you can when you can. Take care of your dogs, enjoy the videos. And I'll see you in the next video.